How do you notice that a woman is into you? How do you detect her interests? This is what we'll see in this video. Hello everyone, this is Justine, dating and attractive instructor for Morning Kiss, France First School of Seduction. So why is it important to detect a woman's interest? A lot of men often tell me that they're waiting for signals before they can pick up. They're waiting for signals that women are supposed to send before they can act, before they can go. It's as if they didn't have the permission to go unless the signals are sent. Yeah, really, believe it or not, a lot of men won't do anything before they have a kind of permission that the woman is supposed to send. They don't dare to take responsibility for their interest in the woman and don't accept an approach on their own. Don't want it to be their own initiative. Alright, so I'll tell you now, you should not try to find her interests before you take action. Some women are very hard to see through, some are not very clear, some won't be sending signals and they could be, interested in you. It's just that they won't send signals. So what you have to do is to assume that they're interested until she shows or she tells you that she's not. Such an assumption is very powerful because it is self-fulfilling. A man who assumes he's attractive will tend to behave in an attractive way to be consistent with his assumption. So he'll be seen as someone very attractive. If you think you're attractive, if you think the woman will like you, it makes this happen. It's a very powerful idea. So you are not going to be looking for signals of interest, but for signals of disinterest. This is what you have to be looking for. Signs that show she's not interested. Sign of disinterest and not signs of interest. Until you don't see any signs of disinterest, you can go. But of course, if you notice signs of disinterest, you shouldn't insist, right? You have to take them into account. This is basic respect. Never insist when you see signs of disinterest. So I'll give you examples of signs that a girl does not want to date you. If she puts thousands of excuses not to go out with you, if you insist on inviting her and she always finds excuses not to go out with you, obviously means she's not interested, sorry. Of course, also cancellation without notice. When a girl is not convinced in dating, she'll be able to cancel at the last moment. And also, if she always postpones the meeting or the date, she says she's in over her head and doesn't have time. If you want to date someone, you always find a time, even if it's 15 minutes, but you manage to free yourself even for a short while if you're interested in the person. Then at parties, if she doesn't look at you when she's talking to you, if she's looking for her friends, if she's always she's looking everywhere, but but you, yeah, that could be a sign of disinterest. If she says the guy on the left, sorry, is cute, or when she says she has feeling for another man in general, obviously means that you're going to be friends. If she refuses a glass that you're offering her or proposing, and if she finds an excuse to leave you and join her friend after just, you know, a few minutes, sorry, it means that she's not interested. Now on dates, you could notice that she's a bit uneasy or restless, you know, she always looks at her phone, she's embarrassed and looking on other directions, on the right, on the left. Also, when the conversation stops, she does not relaunch the conversation, or when she answers with short yes or no, without investing herself a lot. That could be a sign of disinterest. Also, if she doesn't smile, if she's, you know, she's too serious and doesn't smile. Go and talk to her without waiting for her big smile or her look in her eyes that invites you to go. You don't need to be allowed to go and talk to her. It has to be your initiatives. Because women, unfortunately, they don't send invitations for you to go. And, you know, you could be very connected, you could have a good connection, and you could get along very well. So why don't you go and check by yourself? On a meeting, you should lead also, intensifying progressively, and you have to let yourself go into a sexual state of mind. It will be attractive. Then if she shows signs of disinterest, you have to take them into account. So there are possible things you could do. You could change the subject because she finds it annoying, so just change the conversation. Or you could change the tone of your voice, or change your energy, your mood, or make a joke. You know, changing your emotion can catch it up. And if she still shows signs of disinterest, it's important that you don't insist. If a woman ends up saying no, it means you haven't been able to consider her warning signals, okay? And you have to take them into account and step back if she shows those signs. I hope you liked this video. As usual, give it a thumb up or down, and subscribe to our channel, Morning Kiss channel, all in English. And I'll see you on my next video next week. Bye bye, guys.